We're motherfucking back. Hold on, wait. I need to, like, sleep, bro. I could tell by that last podcast I need to sleep. I was literally just like, I was talking, but I couldn't get thoughts out properly. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back. We doubled them up. Figured out the title. Yes, we're back on Instagram again, watching another video, reacting to it pretty much, giving y'all my side, my opinion, my feelings, my vibes, my podcast view of it. Please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so, man. Just watch me. Watch me grow. Just watch me. You can subscribe now and just sit back. Eventually come back and you see me. I bet you I'm going to be at a different number. Anyways, let's continue with the podcast for today. She didn't have to cut me off. I was nothing. Your love, she treated me like I was hot. I didn't want to get too hot. I was already hot. So yeah, we're back here today with Instagram. We're going to start with some motivation for y'all today. Please, like I said, go ahead and do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. I saw all behaviors, and I was like, let's just go ahead and put it in our podcast. Because something I've been putting into my own, I've been putting it into my own day-to-day, just trying to believe in myself more. Like I said, if y'all know my last podcast, my other shit, support has been very slim around my side. So it's like, as far as like the circle I'm in, with the people I'm in, I appreciate the support that I do get, but like I said, it's not like, not like how famous people get support, you know what I'm saying? From randoms and fake love, real love, and all that shit. And I'm kind of happy with the support that I have around me. But I'm really happy in the more side, and inside of myself, where I started to believe in myself more, and my own self. And like the other day, we just had a podcast with Icarus. For the first time, I had a guest on here, on our platform. He wanted to be here. He hit me up, so let's clap it up for that. It's been the first time, like I said, it's the first time on our platform, QZNT, my podcast, my platform, my vision of what I've been wanting to have for so long of a podcast. We finally did that, and it's just, like I said, it just goes down to believing in yourself. And so today I could turn this into an update video as well. So we'll say we're believing in ourselves, and we'll stick right here, and then we'll go to the next part after. Hopefully the view count is exactly where I'm talking about it is, like I'm thinking about it is right now. But if not, it's fine. We'll come back again probably tomorrow and see the view count after. But anyways, yeah, like, this is just some motivational. This podcast really will be short because I do want to get some rest. I've been up since like 9 o'clock this morning, bro. I didn't really get no rest.
Belief driven. If you want to create a new result in your life, more money, healthier body, better relation, whatever it is, if you want to create a new result, you need to do a new behavior. In order to do that new behavior, it's required a belief that says that behavior is possible, because all behavior is belief driven. Your brain is this incredible supercomputer, and your self-talk is the program it will run. So if you tell yourself, I'm not good at remembering people's names, you will not remember the name of the next person you meet, because you program your supercomputer not to. That's how powerful your mind is. If you truly understood how powerful your mind is, you wouldn't say or think something you didn't want to be true. And that's not to say you have one negative thought, it ruins your life. Of course not. Any more than eating that donut will ruin your life. But if you ate that donut 20 times a day, every single day, will there be a consequence? And so you need to own your self-talk. All behavior is belief driven. If you want to create a new result in your life, more money, healthier body, better relation, whatever it is, if you want to create a new result, you need to do a new behavior. In order to do that new behavior, it's required a belief that says that behavior is possible, because all behavior is belief driven. Your brain is this incredible supercomputer, and your self-talk is the program it will run. So if you tell yourself, I'm not good at remembering people's names, you will not remember the name of the next person you meet, because you program your supercomputer not to. That's how powerful your mind is. If you truly understood how powerful your mind is.
I didn't realize we were on a replay at this point. So yeah, he was saying, belief is one of the most mighty, like it's one of the most powerful things that you can do in this world, and like telling yourself you can do it, you will do it, I'm gonna do it. Like right now, like it was like one of those make or break things where like I could have been had Chris, I could have been told Chris to leave, I could have been like, you know what I'm saying, or I could have told him to stay, got in my feelings because I didn't win that last game, and like, all right, bet, let me play another one, and instead of like, you know, getting to my goal and my dream and the stuff that I believe in that I want to do today, which was podcasting, because that's always lately, like since I have been on a journey of trying to get to 500. Like it's just been on the back of my mind like a job, like for real, like every day I get up I really want to try to make something or do something, and a lot of times I don't take a break from that thought process, and I think it comes from due to my recent belief in myself and seeing the progress that I put down and on paper. I just want people to have an understanding that belief in yourself first before you waiting on other people to believe in you or looking for other people to give you support. Believe in yourself first. I'm learning that it's something my teachers always used to say first back in the day, and I used to be like, yo, shut up, like, because like I was believing and I still got the words wrong, bitch. Like I was trying my hardest, bitch, and I still wrote the wrong shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like I believed I was getting an A on that test, bitch. Like, why are you trying to play me right now? You told me I could do it. You told me you believed in me, bitch, and I thought I believed in myself. Nah, I failed. You know what I'm saying? But then you realize too, like, you know, believing is not just, it's not all just believing. Sometimes you gotta put in that work as well. But believing is that first step, and I just want everybody to understand that too. That like, you know, like, you want something, you gotta go out there and get it. Sometimes it may come to you. Sometimes it may jump right in your lap. But a lot of times in this world, you need to go get it. My mom and them always say, nothing in this world is given to you. Nothing in this world is free. Even when somebody do give something to you for free. Which that's the statement I never got. But I guess my main point is that I've been believing in myself a lot more, and it's been very helpful to my success. I want to say, at least on this YouTube journey, on this goal of trying to be a content creator. For instance, last night I just believed that eventually the video might do good in the morning. The video might do better than it did last night. Just belief in that. Like I was looking at like belief that we might have a better month. We might have a better month than last month. The belief that, you know, like I might have issues with Shawty, but believe that we're gonna be good. You know, issues with, you know, having, you know, arguing and stuff like that, but still having belief in that things will be good, and that the plan that I have for myself and the people around me in my circle and situation, I just have faith. I'm learning to start to have more faith. I haven't been to church in a long time, but I've been having a lot more faith because I haven't been doing wrong. I feel like I've been going by the book and following things that I've been trying to do since I was young, as a kid. Like even having a phone, making content, dancing, like even that is stuff that I've been trying to do as a younger kid, as a younger jit. Um, but now it's just like it's all coming into fruition. That's the word I want to say. And I just want to tell everybody else to keep believing, bro. Like, I know things look hard. I know you probably want to, you things look like, hey, bro, I want to move out my parents' crib right now. I'm tired of the bullshit. Just keep believing that you're going to move out, and keep believing you're going to find a spot, and keep going ahead and putting that work in every day to make sure you do that said thing, which is, like I said, if it's moving out, whether it's getting a car, whether it's becoming a YouTuber, shout out to my nephew, man, because he's starting at a very young age. He's at 8 years old, and he was watching YouTubers since he was fresh out the womb, pretty much, damn near, you know what I'm saying? Like 1 years old, 2 years old, whenever he got the ability to watch him. But he was watching him, and from there on, he knew what he wanted to do, wanted to be on camera. And he started to do such thing when he got his iPad. So don't stop believing. That's that one song they be like, don't stop believing. Say, hold on to it. Something. I don't know the rest of it. But for real, because a lot of people always end up quitting on their dreams. Appreciate that, Zero. I said Zero. I mean, appreciate that, job. I saw Zero first. Appreciate that. 500, yeah. When we get there, man, I haven't stopped believing in it, man. And it's like, the more I believe, I know, the more I'm like, the more I put in the work, and the more I keep believing in it, the more I believe it's gonna happen. And it's just been going. Like, people been telling me like, yo, I was here when it was 120 subscribers. That's crazy. Like, and for me, that's great, because it's honestly, this year has probably been the most fastest we've reached to get any like 100 or 200 without promotion, let alone. So like I said, today it's kind of an update video, but it's kind of not too. It's kind of like believing yourself, and then also about relationships. So this is the first part: motivation, believe in yourself. Don't let anybody also don't let any of your people in your circle blind you from your position, or knock you out of your position by distracting you. Or like, I've learned that school distractions, like getting distracted in school, bro, like that's real life. Like, there's so many distractions in life, let alone the classroom where some kid was, feel me, playing around, making noise and shit. There's so many distractions in life. So I'm learning that it's a lot more of a practice that they were trying to teach us in school was, or in my father and my peoples, when they say, hey, yo, like, don't let no kid distract you while you're in school. Focus on your schoolwork. And it's like, I wish now, I mean, now I can do it. I can do it a little bit more, but I wish now, though, I focus more on my schoolwork instead of having conversations and stuff like that, because it would just made me a more diligent worker. Not the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, or at least learned how to how you say, not be if I know how to not juggle, but what's the word? I'm fucking tired. Multitask. If I could multitask and be better at that, I think I would get a lot more done and achieve a lot more in this lifetime of mine. Although I would have already achieved a lot more. Let me say it like that, because I'm gonna achieve a lot. But I'm saying I would have already achieved a lot more if I just believed in myself, and I believed in my own process that I was going through, I want to say. Because there was a lot of times I didn't believe in myself due to looking for belief in other people and support from other people. You know, like, especially like family, you know what I'm saying? I think that was very important to me. Damn, now I think this is why that video hits me so hard, just to know that I wanted somebody to believe me. Damn, that shit deep as fuck. That's why I started this podcast as well. So it's like, I started the podcast so like I could talk about stuff that some people don't always like come up with on their own, like, you know, like conversations that they might be having with themselves but not out in the open. And when I start having these conversations with myself, People be like, "Oh, you're weird if you talk to yourself." But sometimes they said that most geniuses talk to themselves. But I understand why they would even say geniuses talk to themselves, because a person is who's going through a problem is literally trying to figure out a problem silently in their head, which is way harder than them having a conversation with somebody else. And for them to pick up and make another person, like an AI, make another person in your head talk like somebody else and have a different opinion or have somewhat of the same opinion is kind of genius in a way. It's like they're creating a whole nother imagine somebody's creating a whole nother conversation and it sounds like somebody else is having another conversation. Like when somebody talks to themselves, you got to think about how genius that actually does sound. You be like, yo, that nigga's weird, he's talking to himself. Maybe be like, yo, but listen to him, he's actually having a conversation over there by himself. It's kind of like it's insanely genius. Like, and then you could walk up on him like, yo, you talking to myself? You talking to yourself? You'd be like, nah, I'm on the phone. And if he had an earbud in, he could make it look like he was on the earbud, but it looked like he talking to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he having a whole conversation. But anyways, my point being is that I was doing the podcast and stuff like that, and it's made me realize certain things about myself, and potentially knowing that like all right, so I didn't believe in myself heavily because my father my father wasn't. Once I lied about something, it became very hard to make him believe in me again about certain things. He did give me his leeway a lot of times, but I feel like there was a lack of full trust, or a lack of, like, it was always I just had to hold myself accountable too much. Like, he held me on a stool a lot, I feel like, as a man, which made me have to go like, damn, like he not gonna believe me when I tell him my bike broke down. He not gonna believe me. 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 He not gonna believe me anyways. Like, have me feeling that way because of his questionnaires, how often like things actually did happen in life where I had to go either be afraid of talking to him or understand that it's just going to be a conversation and nothing's going to come from it. Or I'm going to be grounded. One of the two. Hold on, I just need something to drink. Mouth tastes like butt cheeks. So yeah, like the lack of him believing in me, I feel like it's another reason why I'm talking about this today. So now, let's get to the other part. We're gonna make this short. We're already at 12:09. We'll probably be done by 12:30. Probably like 12:35 maybe. So the point of this video was, like I said, was low-key motivation. Believe in yourself. They said belief is one of the most powerful ways of you, even like they say manifesting. But this is what God damn, I can't talk because I just drank some juice. But this is what manifesting is. It's like believing so hard. You believe in things and then they finally come true. God damn. That's like what manifesting is. So for all the people who do believe in themselves already, one thing, but for all the people who don't, take the time to really look at yourself and be like, yo, I got this. I'm about to do it. I'm going to do it. And nothing's going to stand in my way. Keep saying it over and over. Like, yo, today I got a podcast. Yo, today I got to work on practicing my guitar because I know one day I'm going to play on stage for somebody. Start small, too. Don't even go, crazy big. You know what I'm saying? Start small so you don't lose that faith in your belief or lose a hope. You know what I'm saying? Start to your smallest dreams, to your smallest goals, to your biggest goals, and believe. And you'll eventually get there. Cause like for me today was one of those days where small checks. It's very small checks, but they're small checks that's helping me build up a bigger check, believe it or not. And I've been more excited about it than anybody because I felt like I was on this platform for 2 years and didn't see anything. So I think that the consistency and the belief in myself that I could do it, and has driven me to be a lot better on this platform, and let alone on the platform as a person. So on to the next one. This one's going. It's not as a touchy. Like I don't think y'all. I wrote the topic. Like I be trying to get attention grabbers. Okay. But first, this one off the rip. I'm not gonna lie. This one is low key a little blasphemous slash. I won't say blasphemous, but what's the word? Controversial, I guess. But I found it to be very like, all right, like this is valid, in my opinion. This is valid. It's a valid question.
I have a question for you. If bodybuilders can't use drugs in competitions because it's considered cheating, then how come makeup is allowed in beauty contests? No, we're not allowed to. Okay, that's fine. No, because I was just wondering because it's cheating. Okay, yeah.
Yay.
I have a question for you. If bodybuilders can't use drugs,
Hey, personally, bro, I don't know why we would get canceled for that. I read one in the comments. I'm like, bro, he was just asking a question. And then, in all retrospect, bro, I didn't never think about it. Never thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. But then obviously, technically makeup isn't a drug. So it's low-key a stupid question, but because men do use technically tanning shit for bodybuilder shows. But I do wonder that though. That does make more instead of saying the natural beauty contest, you just call it beauty. And if you you walk out there with what you got, I feel like that should be the best. I don't know. I get it. We all are human. We get blemishes and stuff like that. But wouldn't that be part of you know what I'm saying? Skincare routine and not being able to get that. You know, I don't know. I feel like that would make the beauty pageant probably more. I think it would make it better because they would be more natural. So then we see them for who they really are. You know how they do the speeches and shit like that? I've never been to a beauty pageant, nor have I never wore makeup. So beauty pageant, I've watched them, and they do a speaking part, stuff like that. You know, in either a bathing suit or whatever. Oh, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I thought it was I don't know. They do a speaking part, and they try to get you to like them for who they are at a point in time. But majority of the time they were showing you talents and things they could do, and majority of the time it's either they look hot while doing it or they do other talents or have other special talents that they could do improved, and whatever. Drugs have a bad effect on you. I think that's part of the reason why the answer of him saying that is low-key kind of goofy. But I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say makeup technically would be cheating, but everybody gets to use makeup, so it's not really cheating. But Imagine not using makeup and winning the beauty contest. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine drugs were allowed for the men, right? Imagine drugs were allowed for men to take steroids and shit like that, and then all the steroid users still came out in last place over the natural user guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would it be allowed? Why would makeup be allowed in a beauty contest if you're supposed to be already beautiful enough? That's how I thought about it, though. I thought about it now. I'm not heavy with the makeup. Y'all can cancel me if y'all want to for that. But I don't really care. Honestly, I don't think that's something to be canceled over. Because somebody say makeup isn't, like, their strong suit. And they think that shouldn't be, like, a full thing when it comes down to a beauty contest. Because I think, personally, as what I consider, hear me out, what I consider to be beautiful is natural. So it's like, whatever you naturally was gifted with. You could turn your hair. You could, like me, like, if you do your hair, whatever, you could do your hair. If you could do your hair and make it look nice, that's you. But putting a wig on, that's not you. Putting eyebrows on or eyelashes on, it technically isn't you for you. Your eyelashes technically ain't that long. Lipstick, alright. Now, lipstick, that's still not you, but that's at least you just changing the color of your lip to make us like the color of your lip. I don't really care about that part. But it's still makeup, and it still does enhance. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about red lips. Like, when they do the red thing, you make it red. Something about red lips is so attractive. I don't get that. I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't know if it's because of Looney Tunes. Thank you, Jada Goddess. I appreciate you for joining today. I don't know if it's because of the red lipstick and Looney Tunes or what. I don't know what draws men to red lipstick either. Like, it's actually been proven that men like red lipstick and shit like that. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck the illusion is. The you know what I'm saying? The fixation. I don't know what the fixation is on it, but it's making me even more curious. Cause you ever see like the neck tattoos and they got like the red little thing with the little kiss mark. I've always thought about getting it, but I never wanted to because my mom said something about it, and my dad also said something about it. But I always thought about it. But anyways, let's get to the other video. Women don't understand what it takes to be a man. Now, I want to touch on this topic again, probably on episode like 35. Well, we were at 34, maybe like 37 or whatever. There's been a lot of times where I'm online and I'm watching like the women just go off, but I feel like women just been lately a lot of emotional talking going around more so. But this woman right here, she went from being like a stud. She went from being like a real stud to like actually like a wholesome woman due to the way a woman treated her. This is her story. Her story is that she was a stud who thought she liked women. Like, I believe she still does like women and men, but she realized how like hard it was to be with both. Let me just say it like that. She realized how hard it is to be with both, but she realized how hard it is and why men are struggling out here. With having a relationship, not just with black women, with all women in general, and what the problem may or may not be, or have. She has, in my opinion, she has a great idea of what the problem may or may not be. I say maybe. She has a great idea what the problem may be, personally. And I've never really listened to too much of her content, but I think this is like my fourth time even hearing her speak out. The first time I heard her speak out, she was like on some like, it was like I said, like female, like she was with the female type shit, but then she made like another video. It was like, oh, I see why now, cause like she had went through something with some type of female or whatever, and then she started going on podcasts and doing her thing. I don't know her name. I do not know her name. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch. This one's a little bit longer than I think every video today.
I know that most men have dark thoughts that cross their mind because that's how y'all are wired. Now, whether you act on those or not, or fall victim to them, is a whole nother thing. And this is why the more you learn about men and their psychology, the more you can understand what it means to be a good man.
Right.
Women don't, first and foremost, women don't have respect for themselves because they trade respect for attention and validation. So they bankrupt in the respect department. But they can't, if they don't have respect for themselves, they definitely can't have respect for you as men regardless. However, even if they had respect in the bank account, they still couldn't respect you as men. And the reason for that is because they don't understand what it takes for a man to actually be a man. And men, because you want to be liked, you want to be seen as good, you don't want to let women into the recesses of your mind. Because if women understood the types of thoughts that go through men's mind, one, a lot of them would be scared. Two, they could have more respect and appreciation for a man who actually has a sense of self-control. Because it requires so much energy for men to go against their nature, they could have more compassion and more give for when you fall short of their expectations, right? Your expectations, they wouldn't be so high. So I don't think that every man acts on these thoughts, but I do think that the thoughts that go through through men's minds are very dark, and it goes through the overwhelming majority of men's minds, yes.
Her name, the Queen Maker. So like she touched on a part of like the dark side of like men's mind, but I won't say she say dark, but she don't understand what like women. I don't think she get it either, but obviously she said it best.
I know that most men have dark thoughts.
So I would like to elaborate. Dark thoughts meaning like from when it comes down to like the way they view fighting in the streets with guys, when it comes down to like even them, females, definitely she's talking about the way they think about females, men think about females, including me, myself. And she hit it right in the head for me personally, just because she said that we do have dark thoughts, right? But women would never be able to understand that because they can never read our thoughts. And I agree with her, and I agree with the simple fact that they would be scared if they read a lot of our thoughts as men. But the part that they would, like she said, the part that she said was that they would have more appreciation if they walked inside of our minds though, and understood that when they left our minds, pretty much to realize how much control we really have over ourselves as men, especially with all the bad thoughts that go on through our heads, with all the crazy thoughts that do go on through a man's head space. His mental space is, like, lately people have been talking about mental health, and that's a lot of what she's talking about, like the dark thought processes of men being like, yo, I might not be able to make it. And this goes back to the video we just talked about where like a lot of men sometimes we don't even have that mindset of we're gonna do good, we're gonna do better. Some men have the mindset like, yo, I'm just trying to get by today. I want today to be done. Honestly, some people get that mindset like, yo, I want my life to be over. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And a lot of men struggle with a lot of depression. Mental health is very real. Shout out to Jay Guys in the Splash Project. They are one company slash production team or slash I can't fucking think of words because I'm fucking slow as fuck. Organization that deal with that, and people who struggle with mental health. They try to grab people off of the street and definitely help them learn like yoga and meditation and stuff of those natures that deal with calming the mind and relaxing yourself energy, chi, whatever you would like to say. But part of the reason why I even brought this up though is because like I've learned that like I've watched and I've learned through my own experiences that a lot of women just never got how good sometimes a guy could be to them. Like when women always say, women would always be like, oh, if you're not gonna do it for me, somebody else will. No, that's 100% facts. Y'all don't understand how much that motherfucker actually hurt sometimes to hear that shit. Because when you hear somebody else would, we already know there was like 50 other niggas ahead of us that wanted to do the same thing. Let alone 50 to 100. We already know that. You just speaking out your ass at this moment in time that we already know niggas wanted your ass. And if not, if you could have had somebody else, then you should have had somebody else as well. Like you could have just went and did that. You ain't have to even explain that. Or women would say, like you don't love me because you don't want to talk to me about certain things or something like that, and not understanding that men are really going through it, like, and having certain thoughts that they don't even know how to control the thought process, but they know how to control themselves in real life. Also, like, for instance, men, a lot of times, like, women who sit here and, like, my man is cheating on me, blase, or nervous or insecure or thinking that he is. A lot of those men are even struggling with the simple fact that they're staying loyal to you in the first place, man. Like, some men really do struggle with the simple, like, some men really are bad at staying, or what she said was going against their nature. And let's watch the video again. One more time. Just one more time.
That cross their mind because that's how y'all
I'm going to stop it more often, but
wired. Now, whether you act on those or not, or fall victim to them, is a whole nother thing. And
that's the shit she was talking about. Like, it's like, that's how we wired. We're wired like that, but there's men who fall victim to the wiring system, the way they're wired, the ones who cheat, the ones who go on and say they're loyal, but they're not really loyal. And there's some men, some really good men out there who genuinely don't fall to the same wired system that everybody else fell to. I believe it's due to, personally, parenting, the amount of parents that's in the household. Honestly, if you grow up with two parents in the household, it's possible, if your dad's still a dog, that you could still be a dog. But I generally feel like if both of your parents was together and they've been together forever and they, been happy, at least, let's say happy, you never really have to worry about the guy being too much of a cheater or being disloyal. But that's not even the math. That's not even real math. I'm not gonna lie.
this is why the more you learn about men and their psychology, the more you can understand what it means to be a good man.
Right.
First and foremost, women don't have respect for themselves because they trade respect for attention and validation. So they bankrupt in the respect department.
Ladies, so first part of this was was first part, I want to say, first lesson is like, first lesson is you will never understand a man. That's lesson number one. Women, we will never understand y'all mindset. Let me not say a man. We will never understand a man's mindset to 100%. He might tell you almost everything, give you damn near almost every lick or almost every inch, but you will never understand every thought process. He will never give you every freaking thought process. If he really loves you, he probably will never give you every single thought process that goes through his head, because he will scare the fuck out of you. And women be like, oh, what do you mean you scared the fuck out of me? You just would be scared at the simple fact of the thoughts that are going on. The thoughts. Nothing's actually even going on. Things didn't even happen yet. You're just scared of the thought processes that he's even going through. And that's the part that that women would never be able to understand. I forgot what I even titled this. Women don't like to understand it. And I said it like that too because it sounds more like, you know, like I'm coming for like a certain audience. But I feel like there's a certain amount of women who actually can hear a man out, hear his feelings out, hear his thoughts out, and not want to believe it. I've seen it firsthand that a lot of women want to be delusional and be happy rather than to hear the truth and to live in it. And I'm not even joking. I'm like 100. I'm almost 100%. Like it's almost 100% facts that most women, at least like 85, like to live in almost some type of sort of fantasy, Disney World, whatever you want to say. Whether it was Nicktoons, whether it was anime, whether it's whatever it is, it's not real reality. It's not right here and right now. Majority of the time. And she said, women will probably never understand because they're,
But they can't, if they don't have respect for themselves.
Oh, yeah. So that was what I was talking about. So that was, rule number one was you never really understand a man's mindset. But rule number two for women, I don't even say rule, but I would say, yeah, I guess it's a rule. You will never understand it. Like you can go break down a man's. I feel like unless they like break down the man's mind, well, maybe they've already tried. But they're talking about the average woman, not the woman with a science degree and shit like that. I'm talking about the average woman would never, like the average woman without a science degree who doesn't have a psychology degree or whatever. The average woman like that. So, rule number two would be like have respect for yourself. Learn what respect is for yourself. Learn how to love yourself and appreciate yourself. Honestly, because like she said, you will never have respect for a man if you don't have respect for yourself. And respect for yourself meaning, like you say, if you say to yourself, I will not allow this man to be talking to me like this, da 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 da, and I don't want to be slapped around, or I don't want to be known as I don't want to be talked to like I'm a bitch, or I'm not a bitch. Like, why is he calling me a bitch? Like, having respect for yourself in those moments as well. Like, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to say, hey, I don't like that, and then if he still wants to do such a thing, know how to walk away, because that's what real respect for yourself looks like. When you're not finna tolerate something that you didn't want, and you know you can change the outcome, and you know you can change that situation, but you choose not to, is damn, I was on the right path. You choosing not to change that is not having respect for yourself. Sorry. It's not having respect for yourself. For instance, myself, sometimes I don't have respect for my own, like, my other person that I'm talking to, where I'm like, bro, it's time to go do the podcast before 3 o'clock so we could catch all the viewers that we need to that are before they go to sleep at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock on India, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, nah, it's straight. I already did a podcast yesterday and then did a video. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like not having respect for my own goals and dreams and boundaries and authority, things that I've said I wanted to prioritize. But like having respect for yourself goes in so many different ways. And there's so many different varieties and so many different. There's so many different ways of having respect for yourself and showing respect for yourself. But in this case, she's talking about having respect for yourself will open up doors for you to have like real respect for a man and what he says goes and how he dictates his life, and having respect for his boundaries, and then being able to have an understanding, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, because once you have respect, you'll start to look at him like, okay, well, he does that because he said boom, 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 blase, and that's just a respect thing. That's understanding boundary level. And you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you'll find a good man after you learn how to respect yourself. And I think that's probably number one rule when dating anybody is to, one, love yourself, and two, respect yourself. Respect who you are, and respect the boundaries and the rules you set for yourself.
They definitely can't have respect for you as men regardless. However, even if they had respect in the bank account, they still couldn't respect you as men. And the reason for that is because they don't understand what it takes for a man to actually be a man. And men, because you want to be liked, you want to be seen as good, you don't want to let women into the recesses of your mind.
Most men want to be liked. Most men want to be loved. That's a fact. This lady is hitting the head on the head on the nail. And I just think there's never really been a time where men didn't want pretty much love and respect at the same time. So, like, to make y'all understand, ladies, love comes in many different shapes and forms. Okay? Some men love nonchalantly. Some men love over hyper, like, or over emotional. Some men are under emotion. No, I said under emotional, but I'm pretty sure just that's either way. Some men are very generous. Very generous. That's what they generous lover. Some men do things like whoop another nigga's ass. Some men are violent for you. Some men will show you how violent they could be. Some men will show you they can do crimes, prove their love. It's all different kinds of like types of love and different types of people who feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, they deserve a type of love. So ladies, when you're walking out there and you're just dating, make sure you're like actually getting to know the guy. Okay? Stop getting blinded and stop having all these moments of freaking self-doubt and start thinking about what the freak he's talking about and if he's a serial killer or not. Start understanding the thought processes of a man, because some of them be dark, like he said. Just some of them don't act on them. It's that simple. Like, women be like, oh, all men are bad. Like, no, bitch. We all have roughly around the same type of thoughts. They're not the same thoughts. They might be the same type of thoughts. We all as humans don't really think of the same thing. We all kind of have a different type of, but we all might come across fucking idea of a bird. We all saw a bird today. We might have that same thought process. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, men as a whole, women, to the women who watch, men as a whole aren't fucking dark people. Same way you sometimes get a dark thought about like smacking that bitch because that bitch done messed up, your drink or some shit like that. The same thing goes on with men, but men wouldn't handle it in the same way. Men wouldn't even think about it in the same way as you. In handling situations, as y'all already know, you can see how a woman would, alright, she about to handle this situation with a conversation, talking to him. This dude go just throw the whole cup and the whole stand over, knock everything down because he was upset versus the way she was upset. You know what I'm saying? Or it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, continue on.
Because if women understood the types of thoughts that go through men's mind, one, a lot of them would be scared. Two, they could have more respect and appreciation for a man who actually has a sense of self-control. Because it requires so much energy for men to go against their nature, they could have more.
Like he said, man, it requires us as men, women, appreciate. Number 4, be appreciative. If your man did not cheat this week, your man didn't cheat for the last year, for the last month. Be appreciative if he ain't talking to no bitches. Be appreciative, like really show him and say thank you for it. If he ain't making up he ain't got no weird ass shit in his phone where like it say sister but it ain't really his sister, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. Like if he's really been on his P's and Q's, like applaud that man. Do good for him. You know what I'm saying? Applaud that man's. Do good for that man's. Because, like she says, we have dark thoughts and stuff like that. Obviously, we all go through those, like, periods and times where, some things aren't, like, obviously wrong from right. And, I think it takes a lot for a lot of men to even be loyal. And I think some men be looking at other men, like, women be looking at men being like, how come you looking at him like he's supposed to be like a dog or something like that? That's because most men be like have a. I want to say like I almost want to blame women for it, but like I saw a video of the little kid. They was doing like patty cake, and they were like all like copying. Like the little kid was copying the little girls. I mean the older girls. The girls was older. The little boy was young as fuck. And they were all like, copy me, show, and he was copying them for a little bit, and then he went like this and pulled up his shirt, right? And all 3 of the girls almost did it. It was hilarious. It was like a little funny thing, but like it was just like he did that shit, and it was like I believe little boys, even as a little boy, sometimes whatever was around you or whatever got into you, something, whatever. Sometimes you're stimulated even as a young boy that you love boobs. Like, I've seen videos where, like, late, like, boys are just, after having milk and being fed, breast all your life, especially if you were breastfed or, you know what I'm saying? Even if you weren't breastfed sometimes, you still end up loving a breast sometimes, you know what I'm saying? The nature of it is weird to me. Even gay niggas like titties. It's hilarious enough. I've been around a couple gay guys who actually be like, yes, bitch, let's see your titties. Yeah, like, whoa, I thought you was gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm learning that, like, the dark thoughts and all that other shit, like, yeah, you should be appreciative that if that man ends up not going out and cheating on you that night. Oh, he shouldn't want to. He shouldn't have. the nature of a man doesn't even scream cheat. The nature of a man just screams what he wants. Nature of a man doesn't scream, like, oh, I'm a bad person. No, the nature, like, the dog doesn't scream, oh, I'm a bad person because I want to go chase after that cat. That's his instinct. That's what's calling him. That's what's itching him. Like, I think women, I feel like this is the one time I want to explain that. And then I'm going to do it again in another podcast. But for sure that, not that all men are itching and needing this one thing, but there's a self-control level that women need to understand that comes from a lot of men. Like, there's a lot of good men out there that have a level of self-control. That was my point of this video. Not the dark thoughts, the self-control that comes with the dark thoughts. Men can act on it. Like, yo, you know what's crazy, bro? One thought that always I feel like is one of my darkest thoughts, and the reason why I hate heights. One of my darkest thoughts is that I would always want to jump. Like that, I don't know if you ever get that itch, like when you look over some shit, and you be like, I bet I'll survive, thinking this is like some fucking video game for some reason. But my brain always does that shit. Like, when you be at the mall, and you look over the ledge, and you see the glass and shit, and you look, but I think I could survive that shit. You jump out that bitch, break your whole fucking back, be mad as a fuck. You realize that impact and gravity is real. Split your whole melon open, nigga. So that's like one of my, like, for me, it's one of my darkest thoughts. I know they're not like, always talking about that, but like, I know she was talking about, like, I think she's really talking about, like I said, the whole cheating thing, but also more so like just some of the thoughts in general that go through men's heads. I'm not trying to share all my thoughts because, maybe one day. Actually, I've tried, in my opinion, trying to share my thoughts have actually gotten me in the. Me trying to share my darkest thoughts have backfired on me. And my personal opinion, men, keep them to yourself. I don't care how much you think the woman is strong as fuck, keep them to yourself. Dead ass. All your dark thoughts, all the stuff that you like, you think secrets that you think like, and I'm talking about not like shit that you get like, alright, stuff that happened before y'all got into a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you think that she might just look at you and be like, it'll change. You know what I'm saying? I think some stuff just needs, I think there's some things that don't always need to be talked about if you didn't already get it out and about, especially if it's not the one. Not everybody deserves to know your thoughts. Some thoughts, I think thoughts are meant to be kept private. A lot, especially if they're not like great ones. Because like we just read, as we just seen, sometimes talking about those dark thoughts and speaking them out to existence have caused some people to actually do them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of people have jumped off of cliffs because of that one itch in that brain that kept telling them to do it. That one thought process. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like it's a scary fight for some men who don't have that self-control. And it's a scary fight for the women too. I'm not saying there's not women who don't have issues or that men can't understand them because of their, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all women can have all the points you need for this one. What I'm trying to say is on the strain of life on a man versus a woman is two different strains. And she's one person who's realizing that too, because she's like, if you see what she was wearing, if you see she's wearing shorts, she's wearing basketball shorts, a little hoodie over, because she have more of a, she was like I said, a stud, and she really didn't care about like, but she was around a lot of women, so I'm assuming she eventually learned her lesson being around women and stuff like that, about how they could never understand why men are stressed out. They could never understand why men are every other day, either trying their best, like I know I was in a car, I'm not gonna say with who, but I'm in the car listening to stories, and man has a relationship, but talking about going to the strippy, talking about doing this, talking about doing all that. but that's because the guys is around. When the guys is not around, he say, man, I'm a bitch. As soon as the guys left, he said, I'm a bitch. I'm about to go back to my girl, house and do what I need to do. And it was funny because I started laughing because it was how he made me believe what his plans was, what he was thinking about doing, how he was thinking about doing it, and what he was saying to the guys, versus what he was like thinking in his his mind. You know what I'm saying? And I realized most men could really only do that. Versus some women can too. Women really are fucking devious fucking creatures. Their mind is filled with too many fucking thoughts. We would definitely be lost in that bitch, man. Not just, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to say women won't be, like she's saying in the video, women will be hurt. Not that y'all not going to understand us. Not that y'all are going to be hurt and can't understand why it's so dark in the bit. And y'all's is going to be like, it's dark in this bitch, but here's a flashlight because y'all thought about a flashlight on some old, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like if I walked in, I'm going to be lost in that bitch for too many days. I don't think, never mind, let me stop. I'm not going to go into what I think about women's minds because she already gave us what she thinks about. It's about us. Anyways, let's continue. I think there wasn't much left.
More compassion and more give for when you fall short of their expectations, right? Your expectations, they wouldn't be so high. So I don't think that every man acts on these thoughts, but I do think that the thoughts that go through through men's minds are very dark, and it goes through the overwhelming majority of men's minds. Yes.
Over majority, she said yes. Over majority, I believe it too. But yeah, you wouldn't be. Expectations is number 5, I guess. Stop expecting fucking Prince Charming, fucking hood Chris Brown, hood Bow Wow, hood Lil Baby. Stop expecting these hood ass niggas to take you to the castle up in the fucking sky like Cinderella, okay? Stop. If you want to go with Aladdin, go with Aladdin on the carpet, okay? But accept him for who he is. Stop having these expectations on someone and they're telling you they can't even do such and such. They telling you, please don't put this expectation on me because I know for a fact I'll be failing. Don't put this on me like that because I know I'm not that great at a situation. And niggas is telling you that to your face and you're still choosing to like put faith and belief in it. And it doesn't grow anywhere, and then you get mad at him over it. That's on you. He done told you it wasn't about to go nowhere. He done told you it wasn't finna grow. Check the chat just in case. I know it's getting late. Okay, good. He done told you it wasn't finna grow. You feel me? So yeah, number 5 is having expectations. Number 4 was damn, I thought I was gonna go through this pretty good. I gotta start writing it down. I'll be doing good. I gotta start writing it down. Start now. Or later. Podcast 33, 34. Rule for women and men's mind Yeah. Rule 1. To go back to rule 1, what was rule 5 just now? Expectations. We'll start with 5. 5. So instead of saying don't overexceed your expectation, know what to get. No, know what you want. No. I want to say stop expecting. Stop expecting everyone to be Prince Charming, I guess. Stop having your expectations so high. Stop having your expectations so high that no. Take accountability for not knowing where his expectations were going to be, or take accountability for underestimating his take accountability for underestimating his expectations. Number 5, take accountability. Take account. Bitch. Hey, look at you. Okay, I think you spelled that right. Take accountability for not knowing his expectation for himself, right? Because, like, if you had the expectation for him, but you didn't know he ain't have no expectations like him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop expecting, man, to have this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're expecting him to be up here with you, but the nigga already told you he was down here. Stop doing that. Take accountability for when that man either said he was going to be down here, or take accountability for all the times that you done watch him not reach up to this potential. Take accountability for not knowing his expectations / reach, I guess. / reach. Number 4 was... Number 4, I'm trying to think off the top of the dome piece. Expectations. I was saying, okay, number one was women will never like or understand a man's dark side / thoughts and why they happen. That's number one. Number one was women would never like or understand men's dark side / thoughts. I feel like I spelled that wrong. But thoughts was always a problem with me. Thoughts and why they happen. They won't understand their thoughts and why it happens. Number 5, okay, accountability. And number 2 was. Number 2, I remember. Number 2 was have respect, right? Yeah, I think it was have respect, if I'm not mistaken.
I know that most men have dark thoughts that cross their mind because that's how y'all are wired. Now, whether you act on those or not, or fall victim to them, is a whole nother thing. And this is why the more you learn about men and their psychology, the more you can understand what it means to be a good man.
Right.
Women don't, first and foremost, women don't have respect for themselves because...
Yeah, number 2 was respect. Yeah, I was right. Number 2 was respect. Before getting into a relationship. Before. Learn. For yourself. Before. Oh, my fault. Before. My fault. I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up, Jimmy. I'm just gonna cross off this part. Go up above a little bit. Just before getting into a why am I tweaking relationship? Learn respect for yourself. Learn respect for yourself. Or you should say learn how to respect yourself. This one was a little messy, I'm not gonna lie. Learn how to respect yourself. Have respect for yourself. Have respect for yourself. Have respect. How to have respect for yourself. Whatever. Same difference. Number 3 was, if I'm not mistaken, number 4 was appreciate your man. But what was number 3?
Because they trade respect for attention and validation. So they bankrupt in the respect department. But they can't, if they don't have respect for themselves, they definitely can't have respect for you as men regardless. However, even if they had respect in the bank account, they still couldn't respect you as men. And the reason for that is because they don't understand what it takes for a man to actually be a man. And men, because you want to be liked, you want to be seen as good, you don't want to let women into the recesses of your mind. Because if...
Number 3. I think it was, number 3 was that For the women. Wait, keep going.
Women understood the types of thoughts that go through men's mind, one, a lot of them would be scared. Two, they could have more respect and appreciation.
Also, number 4 was appreciation, and number 3 was I think number 3 was appreciation, but fuck, what was number 4? I know, take number 3. Oh damn, I forgot what number 3 was just now. What she just say? It was taking oh, appreciation. Appreciate your man if he ain't cheating. Because there's so many different ways he done shut down that whole process of nature or natural instincts. He done shut down multiple walls of that shit just so he could be home with you, cuddled up, chilling, vibing, not being out in nature where God designed him to be. So appreciate him, especially if you don't find nothing in his phone. You went through it, bitch. Ain't find shit, bitch. You went through it. All you saw was some small shit, bitch. He ain't go get his dick wet over there. Oh, I don't know if he went and got his dick wet. Did he go get his dick wet? Ask him. You gonna know if a nigga went and got his dick. Man, bitch. That goes with number 5. No. Take accountability for knowing his expectations and his reach. Goddamn. If you got the if he listen, he been cheating before. He might. His expectations this time maybe to start fresh. But start to see the pattern and start to see where it go, bro, for real. Because if he did something similar where it looked like he almost cheating, you might as well get rid of him. Because now you don't respect yourself. Because you allowing him to tiptoe around some bullshit. Like, you already told him the rules and shit, and then he go ahead and break some shit. Fuck it. He going. Because he's a cheater. He was already on that. Learn expectation. And spot it from a mile away. Accountability. You got to take it, though. If you start dating a guy who's a cheater and he cheats on you, you need to take that into accountability. But if he's not, what you need to do is take him on a date. Don't stop all this buy me something. Can you buy? No, you bitch. Take him on a date randomly. Don't even. Just say, come on, babe. I know you're not busy right now. Buy him buy his favorite candy. Whatever, when y'all go to the movies, whatever. Get the money aside and do something nice to that boy. Whatever he like. He want to have a game night by himself. You know what I'm saying? He want to have his favorite snacks and shit. Set up the whole room, make it look something nice. You know what I'm saying? Do something nice for him. He's a streamer. Get him some streaming shit. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate him. Show him some appreciation. So 3. Appreciate a man who has dark thoughts but don't act on them. Appreciate a man. Appreciate. I am really working my brain right now. I know I just spelled like acroprat or some shit like that. Alright, anyways, we're done with that. Appreciate. It's funny, I spell it all the time. My problem is I'm putting the letters in the wrong spots. Appreciate your man. Ew, that was an ugly way I spelled man just now. Anyways, appreciate your man with gift if pass loyal test. I don't know why I fucking just tripped on that. It should piss me the fuck off. He passes the loyal test. I won't even say loyal test, but if your man's been loyal in the past year and hasn't been doing no fuck shit. Pass the loyal test, dash, been. Loyal. And number 4 was. Fuck, I forgot.
For a man who actually has a sense of self-control, because it requires so much energy for men to go against their nature, they could have more compassion and more give for your when you fall short of their expectations, right?
So we're getting back to the expectation part. So I was saying number 4 had to be like I guess number 4 would have to be like under number 4. So it says women would never like nor understand the men's dark thought. So I guess number 4 would be understand what men's nature is if you're gonna date. Period. Like have an understanding of what it might mean. Not that it's every man. Women, get this through your head. Understand it's not every man. It is certain a percentage of men. But understand what is the version of control that you want. So like for instance, there's men out there you know for a fact, like he's with you majority of the time, if he looking at something, he's not looking at booty while you looking at him. You feel me? Like while you look at him right in his eye, he not gonna turn his head and be like, damn, that shit fat. That's the nigga who don't got no self control. Versus nigga who can like watch her like come by and be back to having a conversation with you. Understand that you're one of the most important things to him. Those are the type of men that, for the women that I'm talking to at least, that you guys should be looking for. So like I said, understand a man's nature, but don't. That's perfect. Understand a man's nature, but don't fault him until he faults himself. Don't sit here and be like, oh, every nigga cheat. I swear I've been with every cheat. You have not been with every nigga. That means you are a nasty motherfucker. Your body is used up if you've been with everybody. Women love to be like, oh, I've seen it all. No, bitch. Just because you've been with 20 niggas don't mean the other 75 of them would have been the same exact type of nigga. You didn't meet a European nigga. Oh, I've been all over. How many boyfriends you had? 60. Bitch, there's how many men in this world? How many? I bet you we all can't come up with the same I bet you there's gonna be a whole bunch of different colors a whole bunch of different numbers on what color like is all of our favorite our favorite color. You know what I mean? Different blues they're gonna be. Like niggas, I don't even like regular blue. I like this color blue. You feel me? Like, so understanding a man's nature, but not faulting him for it. Women, understanding a man's nature, which meaning like I said, the nature, when she said nature, like we just like dogs and just like every other fucking animal that is interested or looks around when they see something in the habitat. That's just what men do. We see something that we thought like, something we grew up upon liking, whatever habitat, oh shit, then we go on back about our business majority of the time. And those are the thoughts majority of the time that she's even talking about. But there's other dark thoughts too, like shooting people, getting shot, like not spending enough time with your grandma or losing people, like, you know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much shit like that we create in our minds to be a little darker probably than, you know, like, you ever talk to, like, sometimes you'll talk to a woman and you'll tell her about your problem, like, oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. But we were talking like normal. We talking like that's just like how it is. But a woman would shed light on how bad she feels for you with emotion and stuff like that. But let alone, we done just created a whole scenario in our head where somebody damn near died in this bitch, and we still just sitting here like, at least to me, because I know I done created those type of scenarios. But understanding a man's nature, my fault, I gotta spell that with an E, I'm stupid. Nature and not faulting. I wanted to say it clever. I said it clever 2 minutes. Not faulting him until my fault, I spelled under until proven guilty, I guess. Proven guilty. Understand a man's nature and not faulting him until proven guilty. What I mean by that too is like low key not blaming him or saying he's a cheater because of his past issues, but like also understanding like if he does do something very similar, that's you having to be able to be aware and taking accountability that it's possible that, you know what I'm saying, this is a man's nature. It's possible that you could be on the prowl, but like watching him and understanding he hasn't been doing none of the, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by understanding a man's nature. Understanding, like, yeah, my man's been coming home. Like, even like my mom, my dad had a problem. This is the last thing I'm about to talk about. I'm off here. My mom and dad had like a little issue where it's like my mom, if she don't come home at the right time or she go off and do a little thing something weird, now that they're at the point where instinctually in their minds they're giving themselves something to think about. Like, yo, hold on, she normally pops in through the door at 3:30 to like 3:45. How come she's not here right now? You know what I'm saying? You know, and instead of going, you know, and then like that's just our nature. Like, not women too. Women, that's their nature too. You know, sometimes just that thought process start running when shit don't go right. So, anyways, we did 2 podcasts today. I wouldn't say they were the best of our podcasts of late, but hey, I appreciate everybody who has joined. I don't know. I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty tuned out probably from here. Interesting. Shout out to Ted, man. Ted is still in here. Late night. It's 1 o'clock to 1-3, like something like that. So appreciate everybody who joined. Shout out to Zero, Ja, Jay the Goddess. Y'all been amazing. Fans, friends, supporters, Q to Gods, and Q to Gods. Let me see, how long was this podcast? This one was about an hour or 2. I think we talked it up. Yeah, we talked it up for an hour and 30, bro. And this one had less than the last one. Please look. Look. Shit. Fuck. I'm gonna go to my other channel just to show y'all something cute. Right. Let me see. Our last podcast had 8. Appreciate that. Fuck. That's not what I was trying to do. Yes, this one. See this right here? That's all you gotta do, my nigga. Look, I'm gonna redo it. Undo. Unsubscribe. Look. Unsubscribe. Boom, right? Look, all you gotta do on my channel, you go up. You go up, it's gonna be there, okay? You just go, bow, subscribe. Easy, bro. That's easy. Hit that button, bro, right now for me. Hit that button, bro. If you have not done that, you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. We are tuning out right now. We talked about relationships and women cannot understand / do not want to understand a man's. They do not want to understand a man's mindset. And yeah, we were really talking about women to men, but still. Hope each and every one of you guys have a blessed rest of your day, man. / night. Please, like I said, do me that favor, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are off to bed, and we will see y'all in the morning. First, so wait, time out. Also, so like I said, I just wanted to say I believe in ourselves. We've been believing in ourselves all year so far. So this is partially to that video I was just talking about, your videos right here. Analytics. See, they keep trying to play me, bro. I probably gotta wait. Because, yeah, they say the 26th, and we're on the 28th right now. So I gotta wait like 2 more days. It's gonna update. But we're supposed to be surpassing this June mark right here. Let's see how it says 7,000. Technically on my phone right now, it says we're at 8. We're gonna see at the end. Right now, see how it say? It's trying to play me, bro. It say we're at 6,800, bro, on my phone. And look, it says in the last. If we're at this much right now, we just grabbed this amount. Earlier today, 48 hours ago. So this is supposed to be going up. So give it some time. It's about to trend. It's going to go back up. I was gonna show y'all because I was hoping it showed y'all on here, but I guess not. I guess I gotta show y'all on my phone. But on my phone, I don't know. I probably turn it black screen in order for y'all to see that bitch. Matter of fact, I'm about to just screenshot it on my phone and send it to myself right now. Fuck, I'm talking about. So I'm gonna show you on my phone. See, I'm gonna just show you how it be tweaking. Like YouTube be really like tweaking on my shit. Like they really don't like seeing and showing a nigga shining and shit. There you go. So yeah, look. Right now it's showing on my phone. It says July. We're at 8,200 for right now. We still got 3 more days left in here. So I just wanted to let y'all know we have surpassed our goal. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. We have surpassed. I just want y'all to understand that, like, if you look at this graph, bro, you look at this graph, gang. For real. This graph is showing 2K. We started in February averaging out 2K views for the month. I just want y'all to understand what I was saying when I sat here and said I believing in myself and sat here and kept just trying out things that I wanted to do forever. You know what I'm saying? And I've had the ideas, just haven't put them down yet. So just believe in yourself, bro. These last months, we've grown each month. It went from February to like 2,000, underneath 2,000, actually like 1,000 really, 2,000. Then we jumped up there to like almost 5,000. Then we surpassed 5,000 with the 600, went to 7,000. Now we're at 8. So I'm just blessed to be seeing the views go up like this. For me personally, I've never had 8,000 views in a month. I don't know what that even looks like, really. Like, technically, I probably have had 8,000 views in a month. I probably even had 10,000 views. But on this channel in particular, we have never been doing this, like, consistently great. Like, all together right now, 8,000, 7,000, which makes, off the rip, like, 16,000. This makes 20-something thousand. This make 30. Getting near to close to 40. This definitely gonna make 40,000. Already 40,000 in a year. We have 40,000 viewers pull up on all together. And it's just been great. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is overall. This is overall, yes. This is the whole channel, if I'm not mistaken. All the views that we have dropped and we've accumulated since we started this year. And each month it starts over. So each month it goes back down to 0. So each month you're alright, boom. You know what I'm saying? You only had this month, you know what I'm saying, this amount. Well, if you keep making content, it doesn't go back down to 0. But if you stop for, like, say, July 1st, whatever, then you know what I'm saying. But anyways, hope each and every one of you guys have a blessed rest of y'all day, man. Shout out to me again, and shout out to y'all. I appreciate all the support. Just do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe for that off the rip. Did we still got anybody in here? I doubt it. I think everybody went to bed. Nope, 0 still here. W Podcast. Hey, I appreciate that. 0. All right, Brody. Hope each and every one of you guys have a good night. And yeah, W Podcast. Shit. Hey, we still got 3 people in here. That's what's up. Shit. She didn't have to call me out. She
You didn't have to cut me off.